going on, guys? Welcome back to another STG and another Wednesday in the workshop. My name's Adam. If we haven't met, glad you joined me today. Today we're going to be talking about modifying a mold. So every now and then, Do It Molds or whomever you get them from, they're great and all, but you wish that they were just a little bit different. And for me, I wanted to take my herring head underspin mold, take that smallest head, and change it from what you see here, right, with the full collar. You don't see the underspin piece on this one yet, but the full collar, and I wanted to convert it to look more like this. So I could take that 1/8 ounce head and make like a crappie jig with it and so forth. I just didn't need all that collar where you would normally tie in bulkier material. So how do you do that? Well, I'm going to tell you what materials I use, and then we'll do a close-up on actually modifying this, because I haven't done it yet. I got to this state from the other by cutting off the lead, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to actually modify the mold so that it will pour like this. So what do you need? Well, you need a couple things. Obviously your favorite mold, whatever it is that you're wanting to mod. We're not talking about adding a weed guard, things like that. That's a different kind of modification. This is taking away, not adding to, right? Adding a weed guard, you would do that a different way. We're actually taking away a portion of what this mold naturally pours. So grab your favorite mold, whatever it is that you want to modify in this manner. You need to go find some red RTV gasket maker. This is high temp red RTV gasket maker. Stuff is great because if you change your mind later on, you just scrape it out, no harm done. And then grab a couple of toothpicks. You're going to need those to move the RTV around. So let's zoom in on this mold and we will modify the 1/8 ounce just like I showed you, and see how it goes. Okay, so here is our mold. Grab one of our toothpicks. It's not going to take much. So grab some of this. We basically just want to fill in everywhere that you don't want the collar to pour. Technically, I suppose you could probably just pour in or fill in right here, and as long as it's a good seal, you wouldn't need all this extra, but I like to put the extra in just in case. I'm also going to fill up this whole space here, which is where the wire form would normally go. There's times where I'll even take some of this, fill in the hook eye, because it's flexible. As the hook would fall, or as the hook lays in, it actually pushes down this gasket because it's a flexible material. So as it pushes down, the gasket kind of forms around it. We're going to do both sides, this side and this side over here, so that gasket will form around it. I also found that after it's cured, this will take an overnight cure to make sure it's good to go. If you take an X-Acto knife and you cut right down through the middle, it makes a nice hook slot. So as you lay your hook in and then you clamp it shut, that hook will almost bury itself inside of this gasket maker material on both sides, and you'll get a nice clean look. So likewise, as I was saying, if you do that with the hook eye, and you can put a very light layer right in both of those hook eye on whatever mold you're having trouble with, as you clamp it, this soft material, flexible material, will surround that hook eye and give you a better seal, so you won't have as much flashing. So that's it for that one. I'll clean this up. I'm going to do the other side off camera, but then we'll come back and show you the finished product. There you go. This will cure overnight. It takes 24 hours, and I'll then come through, and like I said, I'll take an X-Acto knife, box cutter, and I'll cut a slit in both sides, so then as it's closed, that hook will seat down inside of the RTV gasket maker, and I'll get a nice clean look. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this Wednesday in the workshop. If you want to see more lure making content, click on this video right here. If you're curious why we call the channel what we do, click on this video right here. Otherwise, I'll see you at the box.